So, hello everybody. This is your introduction to Create a Promo Video Workshop. And in this video, what you're going to learn is exactly how to go through and create your very own promo video, start to finish, and you're going to be able to do it absolutely free. Now, I've got a few resources. I'm going to go through them here really quick, but you can go tomorrow, or I'm sorry, you can go on Monday and check out the website, ripkamedia.com, and you'll be able to download the PDF with all these resources and what they're going to do for you. So I'm just going to go through these really quick. So here I've got hitfilm.com/express up. And what that is a video editing software. It's a full video editing software. You don't have to worry about any upgrades or anything like that. And it's absolutely free. You download it. It's free to use. You don't have to worry about paying for anything additional. And you can create a very good video. And it operates very much like Pinnacle, the one that I'm going to be using today. All of these video editing softwares really operate on the very same principles of all nonlinear editing. So when I'm going through it in Pinnacle, don't feel like you can't use Vegas or you can't use iMovie or you can't use HitFilm for Express. They're all going to have the same concepts. And all you have to do once you've downloaded this and you start going through and making your own promo, all you got to do is send me a message and I would be happy to jump on a call with you to help you work through any problems that you're going to have. Now, the second one I'm going to talk about is YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the internet. I know it doesn't seem like it'd be a search engine, but really it is. You go up here to this search box and you can put in anything that you normally would put into Google and it will pop up here in video. The reason why I like using YouTube is right here. You have a channel. Everybody has a channel who has a Gmail account. So you go into your channel, you click on Video Manager up here at the top. Once you go into Video Manager, it's going to give you this option down here at the bottom called Create. You click on Create, and it gives you an audio library. Now, this audio library is a royalty-free audio that you can use in any of your videos. Now, you can select what your genre is that you're looking for. You can select the mood, what mood your promo video is going to have, instrumentation, duration, and then attribution. Now, attribution is something that I really need to stress here. I always go to attribution not required. And what that means is I don't have to say Jingle Punks, did this, or Silent Partner, or Jammy Jams, or MK2. I don't have to give them any kind of attribution for doing that in the video itself. I can put it in the notes underneath. If I upload it to YouTube, I can always put that in the notes underneath, but I don't have to actually give it to them in the video. So this is where I pull all my music from. And like I said, it's a free resource. Everything that you get here is free. Now, I know what you're saying. A lot of people are like, well, if it's free, how valuable could it be? Well, think about it in terms of return on investment. If you're not paying anything out, but you're getting max value out of what you create, well, that max return on investment is whatever, 1,000,000% if you want. I mean, it depends on what it does for you. If you're creating a promo video to maybe attract people to your website or maybe attract people to your Facebook group, and you gain, 2 or 3 or 4 new followers each and every day by using that promo video, well, then the return on investment is pretty high. Now, if you're using the promo video to sell a product and maybe you're selling, 1, 2, or 3 products a day, well, then again, that return on investment is extremely high because you put nothing out to get that return. So moving on, I'm going to go to Canva. Now, Canva is it's a graphic design program that I like to use to create title slides or create promotional things here and there. And something to know when you're doing a slide such as this one here that I have up. I created this one here just before the class started because I kind of wanted to give you an idea of dimensions. Now this one here is 1920 by 1080, which is high definition television, super high definition television. Now you can also go 12, I can't remember now, 1240 by 720, I think is the other one, which is high definition. And basically what that turns into is this one here at the 1920 by 1080, it would be 1080p. The next one down would be 720p. And those are really the two video format or resolutions that you want to be working in when you're creating your promo video. And like I said, using Canva, it's an absolute completely free program. These are some of the things that I've done over the past couple of years just to create promotions, Facebook ads, Twitter ads, Instagram posts, things like that. So you can really use this to craft a message that people are going to want to come to. So I use Canva. Like I said, it's a free resource that you can use to design title pages, things like that. Now here's where we're starting to get into how you're going to create the video and how I create my videos. I very rarely go out and shoot my own video anymore. And the reason is because, well, I don't have the time to go out and shoot video myself when I have, 5 or 6 people asking me to do promo for them. So what I'll do is I'll use what's called stock images and stock photos. Well, Pexels, go to pexels.com, Pexels.com, and that will give you free stock images. And all you just go through, you can search for a specific style of image, or maybe I want to do something that's going to be, more Mac based and things like that. And this image right here would give me a really good title slide. I might go there. Then I click over here to the free download. I just click that download button. It takes me to the download page. And there's no pop-up that says, hey, buy this picture or buy that. It's completely 100% free. So as soon as it brings that up, it gives me the option to go like that, save image as, and I'm downloading, just like that. So now that one's downloaded, and then we have the videos. Now, all of these videos can be downloaded the exact same way. So say we're staying with the Mac theme. I want to come over here and I want to find someone working on a Mac. So I come up here, I turn this on, and I see this clip, and it's a 2 minutes and 25-second clip. That's a lot of footage when you consider that you're only going to be using maybe a few seconds out of each video. 2 minutes and 25 seconds is perfect to be able to get whatever you want out of it. And then down here below, it gives you some other options, maybe a black and white, or maybe you want to do something unique. So you go over and you click something that has maybe a green screen on it, where then you can put maybe your website, like they're going through and looking at your website. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. Now, these are sponsored videos from Shutterstock, and I want you to understand this. Shutterstock is a pay-per-use system. Pexels videos is not. This is, you can use these royalty-free without any pop-ups asking you to buy this or buy that. And that's why I like using Pexels. Okay, so enough about the resources. Like I said, you'll be able to get a little bit more in-depth information about all of these resources once I have it uploaded to the website, ripkemedia.com. I am going to talk about one last thing, and the reason why I'm going to talk about this is because this is going to be extremely important for you to be able to put your message into your videos, and that's Audacity. And what Audacity is, it's an audio editing software that you can record your message, and do some tweaks, change the pitch of the voice or what have you. So if I wanted to start recording something, I've got it all set up. Everything is ready to go. I can click and check what my levels are. I know right now that my levels are exactly where I want them. So if I wanted to start recording, all I would have to do is push this button here, and I can start recording whatever it is that I want to put into my video. So now if I wanted to do a promo video, I would have something similar to this. Do you have the drive and stamina to commit to your long-term goals? Do you have the focus, persistence that others admire and comment about? Well, okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and stop that. And then I can go back and I can listen to it. Do you have the drive and stamina to commit to? Now I notice there's a little bit of background noise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select an area, go up here to effects, come down here to noise reduction, get a noise profile, double click and check the whole area, go back up here to effects, hit that noise reduction, and then I'm going to reduce the noise. And what that's going to do is it's going to take out any electrical sounds and stuff like that that I have going on in the background that maybe I don't hear, but they get picked up by the microphone. So now when I listen to it, do you have the drive and stamina? It sounds a lot cleaner. So that's what Audacity is going to also give you the ability to do. Now, maybe I said an or an ah or something, so I can go in. So say this section right here is an ah or an I can go in there, delete that. It's out of there. And when I put it in, I can put it into my video, and it's going to sound nice and clean. That's Audacity, and it is a free download. So all you got to do is go to audacityteam.org/download, or you can also go to soundforge.net and get the free download there as well. So now we are done with the resources. Let's get into the fun part. This is what you're here for. And as you see, I kind of uploaded a video that I'd already done because I really wanted to kind of move this along pretty quick. But I'm going to show you how to actually add these to the timeline so you can start creating yourself. So right here, this is a promo that I did for Grit and Grace. And when you look at it right down here, this first line at the very bottom, and I always start from the bottom and work up. So at the very bottom, I put in my music track, and that music track is something that I selected off of YouTube. It's something that I wanted to be able to use. So when I go through and I play it, so and I'm going to show you how I do this here real shortly. But so I got my music track at the bottom, and then above that, I go with my voiceover track.
Grit and Grace is a show that bypasses the BS to take an unfiltered look at life. Hey, this is Lynn, and I'm asking you.
All right. And then above that is my title track. Now, I always do this the same way. Now, when I say title track, so this is so let me explain that a little bit better. When I call it a title track, what I'm saying is this is where my titling is going to go, or any branding is going to go. So I guess maybe I should have called it a branding track. So as it's opening up, I've got my video here, which this video I got from Pexels. I pulled in that that Inky video. I don't know what it's called, Inky, I guess. But I called in the Ink video from Pexels, and I overlaid my titles. And that's what you're seeing up here at the very top line. These are the actual words coming in, and I'm going to show you how to do that here in just 1 second. Then above the title track, I put my video track, my transitions and my effects, and then back to my branding track to give the little call to action at the end. Starts May 4th at 9 p.m. Eastern, all that kind of good stuff. So let's build a video. How about that? We're going to go up here to File. We're going to hit New Movie. We're ready to go. Well, I better save that one because if I don't want to lose all that work. That's something that's extremely important. Make sure you're saving your work as much as you possibly can, because if you lose it, you can't get it back usually. And that's very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. So now going through, this is what you see. And this is your empty timeline. And all through this timeline, I've got my bottom track here. This is where we're going to put the audio. So now I'm looking for music. Now to bring music in, there's two ways to do it. You can go to File and Import. And that's going to be bringing up a screen where you import your music from. I've gone through YouTube and I've saved a lot of the music that was on there, so I'm not going to be going back to YouTube anymore to pull music. It's all you have to do is you click on it, you download it, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to select my file where I'm going to go search for my music. Come down here to royalty-free music. And here's a list of all my royalty-free music that I have right here. And I decide I want to do something a little funky. Let's do a little funky. How's that sound? Yeah, there we go. And then we start the import. While that's importing, oh, see, that's already there. So now that's all imported. I'm just going to click on it and drag it down to my timeline. And she's there. Oh yeah, that's that funky music. All right, so that's our music, and I know I'm only going to do a 30-second piece, so I'm going to pop out here. I want to use from here. So that's where I want to start my piece. That right there. So I want to kind of get that bass thump. So I'm going to hit that. I'm going to click that razor blade tool. And that razor blade tool is just going to give me a cut right there on that line. And then I can select that area right to the front of it and hit delete. Boom, done. Now I know I still got more to cut out, and where I'm going to be right about here. I'm going to take my trimmer tool and I'm going to just scroll it all the way to 30 seconds. And I'm going to cut it again. Bam. And then all the stuff after that, I'm going to select on that and hit that delete button again. And now I've got a 30-second spot that I can use as my guideline to create my video. And that ending is going to be like, I don't know about that ending. So didn't really care for it. So I'm just going to hit the Control Z and bring that back. And I'm going to hit it one more time to get rid of that slice. I think I'm going to go to the end and see. So I want to find a spot somewhere in the music that's going to sound like it's going to go out. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. Now, here's what I just noticed here. This song doesn't work because it doesn't give me a whole lot of options to kind of play with the things that I want. So it's easy. And I'm going to show you the other way to bring in music. So now all you got to do is you click on your music. You pull up your music. What's the word I'm looking for? Royalty-free music. Here we go. And there it is. So we got all my royalty-free music here. And actually, it's even got a bunch of sound effects, things like that. So I want to use this one. We'll use this level, this funk. So now here's what I'm going to do. I just click on it here and drag it up to there. Now we have two different ways to bring music in. The other way was going through the import. This way was just drag and drop. And then once again, I'm just going to select on that, drag it down into my timeline, and let her sit right there. And then we'll give her a listen. Go to that 30-second mark. Listen to that section. So I know I can cut it about right there. And I know what you're saying. It's like, oh, that's more than 30 seconds. But it doesn't really matter if it's more than 30 seconds because I can trim it on the other side too, right? Okay. Hit that, delete it. We're going to pick it up right about there. Yeah, that's where I want to pick it up. Give her a cut. Select all that, delete it, done. So now we're getting closer to our 30 seconds, but for sense of just moving along, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. Okay, so now we've got that. Now we want to put in our voiceover. So in order to bring our voiceover track in, really super simple, we just go back into our where's it at? Our Audacity program. Remember that voiceover track we're going to do? Let's just do a quick recording. Sorry about this. Okay. Introduce your brand, product, or service with a powerful promotional video that will help you set yourself apart from your competition and stand out in the crowd. Working with Saloon 7 Productions is unlike working with any other business. We look at you as a partner rather than just a client. We take the time to get to know who you are, what your goals are, and who you want to connect with. Once our vision matches your vision, we go to work. At Saloon 7 Productions, we are dedicated to your future success. All right, so we got a little bit of a recording there. Just going to trim that here real quick. Going to export that audio. And like I said, this all goes really nice and easy, real nice and quick. I'm going to just leave it as a WAV file because it doesn't really matter right now. I'm going to pick my folder I'm going to send it to. Give it a name and save it out. And then I can add, who I want. So it's Saloon 7 Productions. Track title, I'm just going to name it A Promo. Title, album title. I don't need that one. Track number 1. And the rest of it I can just leave blank, and I'm going to click OK. That's going to go through and save. Now I can take that, go over here to import. Go to my desktop. Promo class. There it is right there. So I'm going to uncheck all of that. And I'm just going to check that one. Check that one. Now this is how excuse me, this is how you can batch capture or batch import. So if I want to import that one and I want to import that one at the same time, all I have to do is select them both and they'll both show up on my timeline. You can batch capture or batch import quite a few videos, to be honest. So now I've got that that voiceover. I'm just going to drop that down here. I'm going to lock this track because I don't want to do nothing to that track, and I'm going to silence it because I don't want to be hearing it the whole time either. And now I can use this to trim out what I don't want. So I'm going to hit that razor blade tool, get rid of the beginning of this, because that doesn't do nothing. That was just a bunch of, and I see there's a big gap over here. So I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to trim that. And I'm going to trim that. So now I can take out that middle section right there and bring that together. And you can see it kind of just snap together like that. I've got the magnet tool on over here. So anything that I cut out, it'll just snap them right together. And I don't have to mess around with any of that stuff. So I see I got a little bit of gap here. I want to take out. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I had the gaps like that. When I was reading, if you listen to the way I was reading it, I did it in a way that I could kind of go through my next segment, because when you're doing voiceover work, what I found is if you just try to read through everything without cutting it up, you'll start stumbling over words, things like that. So now, as you can see, we're almost right in line with where we need to be. And how that's going to sound, oops, I got to unlock that. This is going to give me, I'm going to do a quick little transition here, and that little transition is just a fade out. And then I'm going to do a quick little fade in here, like that. So, but in doing so with those other pieces, when I leave that gap, it also gives me a way to, it's like, okay, I didn't really care for that. I don't think I need it in there. So I can actually cut that whole thing out, and it gives me a nice, easy way to see where that is. So now I can listen to it. Oh, you hear that? You hear that? You heard what was going on there, right? So this is what we do. This one here, we're going to double click on that audio track because it's just so loud. It's overpowering, and it's competing with the voiceover. So now we're going to go up here to the corner where it says channel mixer, and I'm going to bring that down to -18. And I'm going to click OK. And now when I push play, introduce your brand, product, or service with a powerful promotional video that will help you set yourself apart. Now it's not competing with each other. You still hear the music in the background, and at the same time you hear the voiceover nice and clear, and you get that message. And that's it. Oops. I'm going to take that fade in out because I don't really like it. Introduce your brand, product, or service with a powerful promotional video that will help you set yourself apart from your competition and stand out in the crowd. Working with Saloon 7 Productions is unlike working with any other business. We look at you as a partner rather than just a client. We take the time to get to know who you are, what your goals are, and who you want to connect with. Once our vision matches your vision, we go to work. So now I notice there's that little extra right there. I don't necessarily need that there. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut that out. Did you see what I did there? I forgot to lock the track. Now I'm going to cut it out. That way it only cuts this part of the track. There we go. And that gives me wiggle room now to where I can move this down just a little bit. Move this down, move this up. I move this back. So we have space. Oh, it's nice to have a little bit of lead space before you go into your voiceover. And the reason why you want that lead space, time to get to know who you introduce your brand. Okay, we have a little anomaly there that I got to fix. We take the time to get to know who you introduce your brand. I know what happened. See, it got out of order. I need to put this back here. Rather than just a client, we take the time to get to know who you are, what your goals are, and who you want to connect with. At Salute 7. Okay, so now that we got that, let's create some space. Oh, almost did it again. There we go. There's our space. So now we're looking at our title space, or our brand space. And right here is where I'm going to stick that. And give a little bit of fade up or fade in. I'm going to stretch that out a little bit. Introduce your brand, product, or service with a powerful promotional video. Oh, that was too much. So I'm going to bring it back. Okay, so now let's bring in some video. How's that sound? We got all this stuff here. Now it's time to bring in some video. Yeah, did. Okay, we're going to hit that import button. Go find some video to import. Not exactly sure why it didn't go where I thought. I apologize for wasting your time. I'm not trying to do that. So let's instead of trying to search around for something that we probably won't find, let's just go ahead and download some videos. So I'm going to download this one here, and we'll just put it in a spot that we know we're going to be able to find easy. It's another look. I'll be able to download that one. And then we're going to go with this one. And I'm staying with the MacBook. Not all of the videos have sound on them, and I like the fact that not all of them have sound on them, because, of course, then you have to shut the sound off in order for your sound that you're creating to be heard. Okay, so we got those 3 videos. So now we go back into Pinnacle. We're going to bounce up here to import again. Going to hit desktop because I know where I saved it. I'm going to hit that promo class. And it will come up now. Okay, there it is. We've got our 3 videos right there, there, and there. So now I got to uncheck them because I don't want to import those other 3 again. I just want to check this one, and this one. I'm going to start that import. And there they are. So now over here on the right, you'll see a preview screen. So I can click on this one here and I can play that. And then I can click on this one and play that. And I can click on this one and play this. All right, so it kind of gives me an idea of where I want to go now. So I know this one here is a little bit wider shot, so I'm going to start on here. Oh, let's bounce that up to there. And you see there's a whole lot of space there, right? Come on. And I'm only going to want about that much of it. Cut, select, delete. That easy, quick and easy. And then next one, I'm going to move this line over because I want a little bit of black in between. So then the next one, I want to show, actually I want to move this one over. I want to start with this one first. And then I'm going to finish with this one. I'll bring this one. Down here. Cut that. So what's happening now, you see that little orange bar that's turning green. It's actually rendering the video, putting it into the timeline. So once that goes all the way through, and this is going to get cut right there. I don't want to move that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off that tool, that magnet tool, so I can bring that to where I want it. There we go. And introduce your brand, product, or service with a powerful promotional video that will help you set yourself apart from your competition and stand out in the crowd. Working with Saloon 7 Productions is unlike working with any other business. We look at you as a partner rather than just a client. We take the time to get to know who you are, what your goals are, and who you want to connect with. At Saloon 7 Productions, we are dedicated. Okay, so now we have all of our title tracks, everything's done, but we still haven't added any titles. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add another line. And now we have our final line. We're going to take this here. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We're going to take this all the way to the end right here, and we're going to add a title. So we're just going to click on this big T button. And that's going to bring up a title page, just like so. And we're going to bring that into the page. Just going to delete that one for now. So let's just add some text here. All right, and then we got that. We're just going to click the OK button. Okay, sorry about that. I had muted myself. So now you can see it's over the top of the smoke like I want it to be, but you can't really see it. So now I need to change the color and how it looks and how it comes in, all that stuff. And I want to change the font style as well, because the font just I'm not really digging that font. So I can go up here, change the font to whatever I want. I wanted it Cooper. And then we're going to go up here to standard. So now this is where I can select my different hard line shadows, soft shadows. So I want that. I want a hard shadow. I want it to look and stand out. And that shadow, I can select what color I want it to. How do I want that to look? I want it to be kind of, yeah, I like the, no, I don't really care for the gray. So let's go to coral. to stay with that softer look that we had going there. And it's a little too flat, so let's bevel it up a little bit. How's that sound? There we go. And then I can look to see if I want it outlined. Do it like that. And yeah, that works fine. So we'll stick with that right there. It kind of reminds me of that old 1970s cartoon look and it's kind of cool. So I'm going to go with that. And then I can go with motions. And now we're going to see how we enter. In 7 Productions, we are in 7 Productions. So we can bring it in from behind. Yeah, page from behind. In 7 Productions. In 7 Productions, we are in 7 Productions, we are, and we can change how long. In 7 Productions, we are in 7 Productions, we are. Yeah, but it's, what's a good one here? 7. Let's just make it look like a movie trailer. We'll hit the emphasis, movie trailer, and then we'll exit the same way. So that's it. And we're going to click that OK button. We're going to let all this render out. Oh, and then we'll watch it through one time, and then that'll be it. And if you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them for you. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, why is it that you're doing this? And to be honest with you, I want to be able to give people an understanding for it. So when they come to me, and they will come to me, but when they come to me and they have questions, they'll know what questions they need to ask. And that's really what it's about. Not everybody has the time and patience to be able to go through and cut a video like this. Not everybody, even though I give you all the tools to be able to do it, you're going to start in and it's going to get frustrating. I mean, I've done that before where I've learned how to do something. I watched how to do something and then I go and try it and it didn't quite work out. For example, building a model airplane. I've seen some people do some amazing things with model airplanes, building these airplanes. But when I try to do it, they don't quite turn out the way I think they should look. You know, in my mind, they're perfect. But what actually turns out isn't exactly perfect. And it takes time and practice to build up those skills to be able to make that plane look perfect. And it's the same thing, same reason why I'm showing you how to do this. It's going to take a lot of time, you playing around, getting to learn the software, things like that, knowing where the resources are and what you want to do. It's going to take a lot of time to be able to get to that point where you feel confident and comfortable producing your promo videos. However, by giving you these tools, you'll be able to come to me with an actual list of the things that you want done. And I can help walk you through, or you can just have me do it for you. And that's another real easy option. So here we go. Introduce your brand, product, or service with a powerful promotional video that will help you set yourself apart from your competition and stand out in the crowd. Working with Saloon 7 Productions is unlike working with any other business. We look at you as a partner rather than just a client. We take the time to get to know who you are, what your goals are, and who you want to connect with. At Saloon 7 Productions, we are dedicated to your future success. All right, and there you have it. That is the video. So as you can see, it took about 35 minutes to create that video. And all in all, it's not bad. I mean, it needs a little tweaking here and there. I noticed a couple of little glitches, but for the most part, that wasn't too terrible. I can live with that. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, how I can keep doing this over and over and over. And to be honest with you, I can't. So after this weekend, there will be no more free videos. You'll have to go over to ripkamedia.com. This video here will be up for 1 week. And that's it. After that week is over, they're going to be uploaded to Udemy, and you can go over there and pay a small fee to catch these videos. And each week I will be adding more videos to that, but there won't be any more free lessons like this. So thank you, Marion, for joining us and taking advantage of this. Cole Johnson, I know I saw you jump in real quick. And for all of you catching this on ripkamedia.com, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please give me some feedback and let me know how I can make this a little bit better, because this isn't going to be the final product. This is just kind of a run through of what that product is. The actual final product is going to be way bigger and is going to go more in depth on why each of these things are important and how to create a full marketing package. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon.